Okay. So, you know. All right. Sweet. So I caught in this trade. I tried to catch this low on the fade side. That's why I'm in loss. Try to fade that move down. It went against me pretty quickly. And is this going to take me out? Keep our stop losses above momentum here. If it wants to check, I'll get taken out so I can restart. Anyways, but I traded this fade move down, try to catch a dagger on the way down from this awesome move from the short sell side. As you can see from chart 1. Chart 2 is where I entered in at. I tried to enter, I forgot, a little bit higher up here to get the fade, or I think it was lower, and then it came back up and took me out. So I reversed. Now I'm on the long side. I'm thinking, well, I mean, you can see here from what was tested from that move down that just happened. That move was to test the strong level that was created on the hourly chart. I mean, it literally hit there and got rejected, as well as it got hit its first deviation. So that was that test. And it looked like the high was already hit today twice. So, in the low. So we're kind of stuck in this little range, but we have bias, momentum are short. And that gives us a good indication for yeah, brother. I only have 720. I don't have 1080 yet. What's going on, Colonel? Mr. Knife Art? Yeah, we're working on trying to get 1080p, but I only currently have 720. It's just because the Restream app we're using, it uses at 720. Okay, so we're looking good. We're trying to keep. I might break these down into smaller stop losses, so we can break these two down. Because now I'm in a lot more profit. I can actually take some. So move our. I just split that 2 up into 1s. I'm really looking for a target of either the RDA on chart 1 here, or possibly another test on the chart 3. Because the rejection from the short side is looking like it needs to be confirmed. Momentum needs to be confirmed before another push to either short or long side. But short side is in power here. Yep, just keep letting this thing kind of move. I'm going to let one runner hang back in case we get taken out. This one will be right underneath. Dude, why can't I grab the stamp 3? Yeah. If I take me out, it's fine. Just do some real quick. Yeah, I apologize if the quality's not, super good or anything, but it's really just charts, brother. So, I mean, you should probably have your own charts in front of you, so you can kind of see the same thing I'm looking at. Sorry, I'm trying to put something in Discord. Put a thumbnail on this. Okay. Sorry. Let's go into the active channels. I forgot. All right, sweet. We're about 170 profit. All right. Well, I mean, we can kind of see the entry here. I was trying to get caught. I really entered. It's kind of a bad basis here, but I try to get caught back on this pullback from the first RDA test because I figured this first RDA test, it just looked kind of suspicious to me how the strong level was created here and then a strong level created on the low side. So I try to get in before I move up, which I assume is going to happen just because of that exhaustive push down. Test the strong level was rejected, didn't hit the short side high or low, I mean. From there, kind of gives me a good indication that looks like it wants to continue that long or that short move and then switch to go back to go long to confirm its short move. Let's see. I would like to try to hold this trade all day, but if not, it's fine. We can pull out some capital for it. And the reason I keep my stop loss tight there is because most people probably already take your profit. Like we take it in thirds, but for me, I like to have it just take me out. It's easier. Put it at a price that I feel and take me out there. If it wants to take me out, if not, just keep moving up. Keep the stop loss tied to that position that you're thinking of your target for profit. Or just hit the weekly or the daily again. Check the weekly levels. Okay. So we don't have. Let's see. Well, it's well above the weekly. Our weekly is right here, so we got. Now, is this the fade side? Is the question. That might have been the peak for the long move to hit the daily again for short. So we're gonna try to participate. Try scaling a little bit higher here. We're going for the short move. And that's just based off of it reacted at the daily open right here. Make this chart bigger so you guys can see. Reacted this little orange bar here is my weekly. Nah, I could be wrong here. It could just go against me. But just turn this. Okay, so it's a little thicker, but reacted the weekly there. I guess it closed above, so I might be on the wrong side of this trade. That might have just been a retest before participating at one. Just get a little feel where the market wants to go. I mean, worst bias and momentum are slowly switching. The only thing that is strong here is chart one. Chart one's letting you know that it's still short. But I mean, momentum is changing over on that chart. So this might be the long side. We'll see if this level gets tested again. If this previous high kind of gets tested. See if it breaks. It doesn't break. Might be good to get in at 2 then. Get in at 2, see what they're thinking. I'm also running short here. Oh, what's up, Banger? I haven't seen you here yet. Good to see you, brother. I know you've been traveling. And I think short because, I mean, the long side hasn't really had control since this morning. And even then, I mean, this morning it had a pretty big jump up, and it kind of just went sold off from there. I could be wrong. Could be on the wrong side of this trade. I'm putting my stop losses kind of right at the first deviation. That's as far as I want price to go. If it goes above there, that means this is not the right reaction area. So we'll move to the next one, which will probably be that peak on the left side of the chart. Let me just do something real quick. Let this trade pan out. Great to see you too, man. Appreciate that, Banger. Sorry, I'm just looking for some type of thumbnail put on the YouTube video. Fuck it, I like Darth Vader. Just kind of waiting here. Trying to see a little more volatility here in the last 2.5 hours of the market. How's everybody else trading today? Let's see. Let's go to Discord and check. Yeah, so Banger was saying that he's trading on a 300,000 funded. I've been looking into getting a funding account too. Because there's quite a few prop firms or brokers that you can get some pretty good deals for working on a funded account. Move our stop losses into profit here. It might come down and take us out, but maybe not. 2 trades we're letting kind of play out for us in profit. Yeah, we'll let that one take me out if it wants to take me out. The key here is to keep my stop losses in profit. Make sure I'm paying for my fees. Make sure I'm paying for taking the correct trades. It's fine, but only $20 or so profit. Percentage is good. This could be a retest before another move down. Do we participate? Do we wait to scale in? It's kind of hard to decide here. I mean, not the fade move. The short side is the move here, I believe, for myself. I'm going to keep trading the short side. It looks like I might want to test that low one more time. And maybe it might break there. So let me check that MAQs levels real quick. Just 1 hour. 30. Yeah, the short side is pretty dominant here. It did react off of the weekly. Okay. So I'm just checking. It's always good to keep looking at, as many charts as you can. Let me go to the daily. I just want to see what I know the daily is reacting on momentum. Bro. Okay, whatever. Yeah, so I mean the daily is reacting on our fast momentum, but it's long on the longer move. I mean, daily hasn't touched the RDA in so long. Look how far price is from. Pretty insane movement. But it's just reacting on momentum. Just in the daily chart. Give us pretty good attention here that if you're swing trading the long side, I would recommend buying that first RDA test on the daily whenever it happens. Buying the whole day. Yeah, it looks like the short side's wants to go test the level again. Now the thing is, there's two trades really on the table here. It's really you are trusting the short side move to break through the previous strong level that's created on chart 1 and chart 3, as well as chart 4, I guess. You're trusting that it breaks through there, or you're believing that the buy side steps up and it reacts here. So you're scaling into buy, probably like underneath somewhere, but I don't know. These tests go pretty far from what I'm seeing. So that might not be the best trade on the table, but it also could be. It's kind of hard to say here. We trust. Took quick profit 46. That's good. Like to see that. Okay, let's try to scale into the correct place here. It looks like it's not even get there. Yeah, look. It reacted at that strong level. Looked like it rejected. So it could be rejection to go test the RDA on all charts. Or at least chart 1. Because it was like chart 1 rejected there the most. So I might use chart 1 in my control here. We'll trade up to. Yeah. This is kind of a fade trade, but I feel like this is kind of falling momentum. Not really. This is actually just a fade trade. Should just go short. It's kind of hard to say here. Like how it was a huge draw limit when I trade. It has a huge drawdown limit when I trade one contract. Yeah, I'm really looking at trying to get a funded account. I think funded account would be pretty sweet. Because I know you can, for some, you can take like 40% of your profits or even more. Or like something like your first like 80,000 or something is free, and then someone in our Discord was talking about it. Yeah, I don't know if I want to be on this side of the trade. Just because I don't know what price is going to do here. It might break through this strong level and it might continue to short. So what we can do is wait for this confirmation, see what happens here, and either I'll participate on the way down if it continues, or I can just scale in a little bit lower to here when that previous low strong level over here, or weak level kind of created. I guess pretty strong level. Yeah, it's a strong level. I don't know. It looks like the short side is pretty dominant right now. So stepping on the short side might be the kind of ideal path here. Plus, wait for it to come back up. Go a little bit above momentum. If not, I'm participating. I just want to catch me above momentum here. If it does rise to go back up, I'm okay with that. Because my scaling's my base is pretty much be on the RDA. So if it goes, it's not the best position, but if it goes against me or with me, I can kind of know pretty early on. Starting to see a little bit of volatility here, not really that much. Feeling confident in my trading though. First trade was bad. My first trade's usually always bad. First trade I hop on, try to trade like I did yesterday, and faded it on accident. Not really accident. Faded that move down, trying to catch with momentum, and went against me. Went heavier. Try to catch big profits right in the beginning. So I feel like if you take big profits right away, your trading later on is a lot easier because it feels like you have more capital and less money to take away from you. Looks like we're on the right side of this trade. I don't want to be in that one contract. So possibly another test up. Oh, looks like it wants to test momentum. Now the previous red candle just formed right underneath, but it rejected where that strong level is at. So I mean, that could give us an indication that the short side is not the move. If you guys know what I'm talking about this candle right here. Tested this strong level, rejected here. And it really depends on where this candle closes, this next 5-minute candle. Yes, sir. For those of you wondering, Rex is still on vacation, technically. He's excited to come back home and start trading, though. Move my stop losses since it moved above price a little bit. Still want to in at one contract, so I don't want to get in that more until I kind of have a confirmation on what's going on. Because it looks like it's playing around on this. It's playing around with momentum here. It's playing around on momentum for chart 4. Kind of deciding whether it wants to change over. But chart 1 is my control. I'm looking at chart 1 to see if it breaks through that level. If it breaks through that level, I believe it's going to the short. If not, I could go to the daily low. Might want to test that daily low one more time. Daily low has been tested 3 times so far. So just wait and see. It probably is a sell. It probably is not a sell off here, but it probably is a short side move. That's what it's looking like. Looks like the sell side is stepping up pretty much everywhere. Now, if I was to go a little heavier here, I'd probably buy, but I kind of like my entry, kind of the top of momentum. So I don't really want to get in more contracts here. It would be nice, but we'll just use one trailing stop here. I don't really like trailing stops, man. But oh, looks like it's reacting. Is it gonna make me get out? I just need to wait for this candle to close on the 5-minute. So I'm not even gonna put my stop losses in yet. Just kind of wait. $315, but yeah. Sorry. I'm trying to read the Discord. Hi Rex, I just know you from my friend. I wish I could look your setup soon. Oh, I'm not actually Rex. This is nephew. I'm his nephew. Rex is on vacation right now. I'm also one of the ones who trades the system, so that's why you're watching. Myself do it. But yeah, you should definitely look into. He will be back, I think, within. This is the 4-chart setup, though. If you are actually looking for it, this is the 4-chart setup, and this is what we use. And this is the whole entire system. That's what I'm trading. But he should be back soon. If hop into one of his streams as well. Probably coinciding streams. Eventually, we want to do like a show stream. Not like that. More where he streams and I'll stream at the same time, and he can put his chart on when he's in a trade, and I'll put my chart on when I'm in a trade, and we can keep switching because the app we use lets you just share your screens and switch them. So I'm gonna hold this because I believe that this is the short side move. It can react here at momentum. It can retest to confirm it wants to go short. But I believe that the short side move is pretty much confirmed here. Pre-solidation of 3 candles moving down that short side. Bias momentum is short here. Chart 2, we still have like some other signals given to us, but really bias momentum is short. It tried to test that long and ranged out, went back to going short. And we can kind of see the full move here. It's ranging down. That's always good too. If you don't take, I've recently started doing this, just scrolling all the way back, seeing where the chart's actual movement is at. Sometimes I get sucked in right here, and I'm like, it's just moving very little, but it gets some pretty good movement. You can kind of see where the highs and lows. You can see your actual range that you're trading inside of, or what levels you're trading from level to level. We always trade level to level. Okay, looks like that candle closed underneath. So short side move is what I believe to be prominent here. Yeah, and momentum close underneath chart 4. You might see a retest here for the RDA on chart 2 before some impulse down. We got 2 hours left in the market. Not seeing any patterns right now. I gotta welcome people into the non-general. Hello, Hansel. Good to meet you. Great to have you here. Yeah, so we're gonna let this trade kind of play out. If it wants to come and take me up here, that's fine. We're gonna just put my stop losses up here. I wanted to test up here again, so I'm giving it to kind of a little bit above the first or second deviation, because I would like for these contracts to get picked up before we move down. They're kind of at a little above the RDA, first and second deviation, so maybe not. But I don't want to put a trailing in because I don't like using the trailings, but use just regular. Put in profit and we'll wait. Put it right above momentum. Does it take me out again? Pretty big move up from the sell side, I guess. Should give this trade more room to breathe because it looks like it's just kind of stair stepping down. It's fine. We'll just scale in above kind of here. Say they were just gonna be waiting for that one trade. And I know it seems like small profits, but before I would never take those profits and it would destroy my P&L. So what I'm looking for now is to really take profits not as fast as possible, but take profits when needed, because if the trade's going to go against you or you're not sure, or even if you're just in one contract and you want to restart, or your entry's not as good, you want to restart, take the profit, get out. Or if you're in loss, same thing, get out, restart. I'm trying to look. I was looking at something the other day. Yeah. No previous stair level breached and a new level created beyond it. This is what I do when I'm either struggling with a trade or I'm in the middle of a trade. I go back and look at just chart 4 is so important, but I don't use it as much as I should. One thing to keep in mind with this pattern, chart 4 is a big tick chart. Since market structure, it's a large amount of capital for each individual bar. Yeah, chart 4 is so important, because there's so many you have the 4,000 ticks, so the 4,000 contracts are going inside each candle. So you got a lot of price action going in between each individual candle. 4,000 is a lot. But we're starting to see a little bit of action back, which is good. We want that retest of the momentum. It's kind of where I'm scaled into. My P&L right now is $28 in profit. Trading on a $3,000 account. We took total profit for today is 136, but I took a pretty big loss towards the beginning. So a lot of the profit we took so far is just to make the loss back. So now we're looking forward to make that profit. What is chart 4, if you can explain? Yeah, no problem. So we have the four chart layout is really for our alpha members, but I don't have several screens. So when you watch my uncle trade, you'll see he has gold up, MQ, NQ, CE, and anyways, so the 4 chart setup is pretty much what we have for our alphas, and it gives you the edge to see what's happening in the overall time frames, as well as what's happening with raw price through tick charts. And so chart 4 is our 4 chart down here, and what this chart is it's kind of hard to explain just right away, but it's for the small tick chart is meant for you for your entries, and this is where you're kind of seeing where the best place for you to enter is, because you can see on chart 2 where you're going to be entering on all other charts. As you can see, like with the little crosshair, I can see where I'm scaling in if I'm going to be on the momentum wherever. So each chart has its individual purpose, and we use each chart for different things, and using each chart consists of making it either your control or analyzing what's happening in that chart and using it to further predictions for another chart. I know it kind of sounds really confusing. I didn't really explain that too well. But chart 4 is what we design as the big tick chart. And what happens in here is strong levels are going to be created at a stronger rate, because there's more contracts being filled into each individual tick or each individual candle. So when you see strong levels are created on the chart 4, that's our big tick, it's going to give you a stronger prediction or whatever, or even stronger conviction for yourself, saying that, okay, well, strong levels created here. That's like this test was a fail or whatever. I mean, you can kind of see here, right? So chart 4, we see this first low. This was the first low before. You can already tell. This was the first low. As soon as this one got tested, it rejected here. Last test to hit this low, reacted here as well, to continue to move up. And that's the same for the buy side. I mean, you probably see price reacted, went down, strong level created on chart 4. As soon as the strong level was created, it went straight up. There's no more further test right here. As soon as the strong level was created, after that big impulse up, it goes straight up, then the move down. Okay, we're starting to see the jump to momentum here. Now, something to be concerned with here is if this is the switch to touch the RDA, because if it is, it's going to move quite a bit, and I don't know if my scaling is enough to get there. Yeah, so we're going to join here, just kind of be in at 1. Want to catch this move down if it moves down. My stop losses, or not my stop loss, move my scaling's a little bit closer in case to move up. I would like to get picked up more 1 contract. Put 2 right here. Since I'm kind of entering on momentum, this is not the best place, but my entry on the other charts, it's kind of underneath momentum, which is still not the best because I'm going short. So it's really not the best trade, but I want to kind of get in here because if it does shoot up to go to momentum, then I'll have a basis already created. So I can kind of sell, move my position higher. See what happens here. It might react here and I'd range out for a little bit before it moves either way. It's not very volatile. Yeah, candle close beneath momentum, so a pretty good indication here to stay on the sell side just because of that. But it really depends on this next candle, because this next candle could just go straight to the RDA. So we're in at 3. I don't know if it's worth it to just get out now. Because I assume if I stay on this side of the trade, I'm probably going to have to stay on this side of the trade for a while. Just fine, might as well be in the trade. Not really the best scale in here. We should be waiting for the higher tests, waiting for those extremes. I'm kind of trading in between where price is already at. Not really the best place to trade, but our conviction is the short side. So we'll see if it plans out or pans out. See what's going on chart 4. Yeah, looks like chart 4 closed above momentum, but next candle is making a move down. Now, for what I want to see from chart 4 to kind of give me the confirmation it's going to test the low, is this previous strong level needs to be broken. And from there, that's pretty much the go sign to go to the low. I don't see really any other reaction areas besides the weekly, or the daily low. And 3 contracts. Yeah, but sudden rejection. Yeah, really just having, trust in yourself and your predictions. I mean, this trade still could go against me, so never believe what I'm saying. Check the MQ again. Let's check the NQ suits. There's just so much knowledge in the trading world, brother. There's no way you can just. Seems like one of your streams here is having connection issues. Which stream is that? Streamed like 8 different places. All right, so it didn't pick us up for the other two contracts. That's fine. Kind of want to move our stop loss a little bit up. We want to give this trade room breathe still. Let it pan out. That previous test was not confirmed yet, so still waiting for that confirmation here. Now we're in 70. Let's move our stop losses up. I would love to trade breathe more, but profit is, everything. Profit's why we're here. So taking profit. Just gotta keep reminding myself. Are those charts the same instrument? You mean like the same ticker? They are. If that's what you want. Oh, dang. 3 contracts. You'd love to see it. Love to see those low contracts give you, that big profit. Look at that. Just off of that, one initial reaction, we're looking at, $100 profit because we caught that sell-off, waiting for it, calling it. Now, the thing here to look for is see how it's reacting on the daily low. It's slowly stalling here. It went over a little bit, tested it. It's still stalling. Now, this could be one of the best fade trades for your today's off of this weekly. But it could break through because it looks like the short side is still pretty demanding. It wants to test this low. Yeah, and the tick charts thing too. That's why I think I can kind of give the system away, because even if you know what these ticks are, you're not gonna be able to trade them because you don't know the whole entire system. You have to go through the system and understand, because see how even just in the stair step patterns section, each different chart has its own pattern that you see and that applies to it. See the chart 1 5-minute stair step pattern, chart 3 60-minute, chart 2. These are all different patterns that apply to each different chart. So even if I show you where they are, it's not like you're really going to know it. And for me, I personally, what I like to do is my 5th chart, I like to put, instead of the daily when I'm looking at it, I'll use the 297. And the 297 is pretty much the 497, but we're going to try to participate here if it moves up, because it looks like it just closed there. Yeah, it looks like it's rejecting, so we're just going to try to. I do this every time. It looks like the sell side really wants to step up. Kind of caught that dagger again. I always do that. It's such a bad tendency, and I bought in at 3. Participate at 1, my friend. Do not be like me. Worked out for me. Only reason I did that in so many contracts, refreshing my page, was just because I saw it was reacting right here, and it closed above the daily open, but so close enough that I was able to go back through. So that's the only reason why I went back in on that trade. There are some issues with YouTube to get those 1080p. Yeah, I apologize again. I know it's not the best quality, and we're working on upgrading the service, but he has 1080p, and for some reason I don't. So we're trying to work out why his is allowed to have 1080 and mine isn't, just because I'm a team member or something like that. But we pay the same amount. So eventually we'll have the 1080, and then eventually I'll have 2 screens. So then I don't think I'll even have to worry about it. I think it'll just be 1080. So, I mean, here I should pull profit because I'm not really sure prices can react. But it looks like the low is in. Looks like the low is the target. Look at the indication for today. I mean, it wanted to test that low. It got down close, rejected from the buy side. Buy side stepped up for the rest till the changeover state here. We start to see that move down. Yeah, and the buy side is trying to step up at every level, trying to test every single momentum, trying to go back for the long. Sorry, brother. You're going short. You're going low. Feeling really confident in my trading, and I think a lot of it is stemming from just going through the training. I know I talked about this yesterday, but really, even if you're not using our system, if you have training and you have anything that you're it's like a trading, format, some type of system. Oh, volatility. Hold on. Let's not get freaky in here. I have been forgetting to, yeah, you can see that impulse down was just, it wants to test this. I think it wants to do it in this candle, but I don't know if it's going to. I think the next candle might close there. Price will, it really wants to. Now, the question is here, is it going to test this low or is it going to break this low? I should let my 2 go first and let my runner fly, but I always forget to do. I always do one contract, you take profit. It's supposed to be you're supposed to take your most stop loss, whichever one has like the most, and take that one out first and then let your runner fly at the end. But I always do the reverse. I don't know why. I'm going to bed now. It's 3 up. Yeah, dude, Banger, you're such a crazy man, dude. Trading all the way to the. Have a good night, brother. I've never seen Ichimoku used in trading. Would love to feel. Yeah, we have someone who used Ichimoku. I didn't even know what that was. He sent me a whole entire explanation on it. It's actually pretty sweet though. It's a pretty cool system. Okay, so now what we're seeing possibly here is just a small test momentum before. Wow. Sell side is really demanding right now. It wants that short. The question is, do we fade this low test when it gets here? 2 hours left in the market. Fading this could put us in profit really fast. Be a nice trade. Look at that. Starting to see some serious volatility here. That huge impulse up from the buy side, it was instantly rejected by the sell side. So you have a chance to move up. It was like about to close above momentum there. I've been watching, I know I talked about this before, but I've been watching Yellowstone, and they were talking about stocks on there and trading. And, oh, this is pretty dope. Now I know about this type of stuff. So now I can tell if it's real or not. Because, before movies like Wolf of Wall Street, now I actually have to go back and watch Wolf of Wall Street and see if they are like really saying real trading stuff. Or like, I wonder if they mention any real like prop firms or hedge funds or anything like that. I haven't watched that movie in a long time. It's a good movie though. Nice and sunny here. We're starting to see a small range happen. I think either the move here is to scale in right above and sell to the low and possibly the break, or scaling into the RDA because it might want to test the RDA before the confirmation for that short move. But it looks like sell side's pretty stuck on just hitting that low and then kind of seeing what happens from there. So I guess we'll just trade to the low. I'll just join one here. Scaling up a little bit above. Put our stop loss in. Put it right above the RDA. That's kind of what we don't want to see. If they overshoot, that's fine. I don't really care. It's not too bad. But what we don't want is for it to continue to move past us. So we're just looking for that one overshoot. Because I would like for price to move up here because my my basis will be higher. It means I'll make more money if it goes down on the low side. But if we have to participate at one for the short move for it to break, I can see what happens at the reaction. I'm fine with that. Really want to see what happens here. Maybe we can see what happened before. So this is last time price really got down to there. So I mean there's several strong levels here, but strong level right where the low is at. So it might react and get rejected right here, because that previous day open was our daily lows right here too. So what we might see is, we're expecting a reaction right here at the low, but we might see the reaction for the long side. That prior resistance could act as support. I just hate being in one contract. I feel like you make no profit. It's kind of rough being in one contract and you're starting making profit. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm not making profit. Okay, so P&L today we got. Dang, I didn't even know how much we're up. Dang, 192. So almost up 200 for today. 3 bad trades. I mean, those 3 trades were the first trade that I traded, but since then, I mean, on stream I've been able to come back. I don't think I've ever done that before on stream. Had a comeback. Feeling pretty powerful today. What? I don't know. I feel like since I've gone through all the trading and just continue to go back through it and journaling a bunch, how I'm seeing charts of the system, I would say, is a lot easier. I'm not as frantic when I'm trading. I can be a lot more calm and trusting when I'm trading, because I'm really believing that this is hitting that low. And if it doesn't hit that low, it's okay, because I can easily switch that conviction for now it's the long side. Before, I get stuck in that mindset. Okay, it's hitting here, and then it never hits, and it moves up, and it moves up, and you're like, okay, well, this is retest, this is coming back down to test. Instead, maybe this isn't the reactionary, so you should move to the next one. But might as well participate in one trade, see where price wants to go. If it continues to make that rip down, short side closed beneath momentum there. This could possibly be my second contract pickup. Damn. Well, while we let's play out, let's look at some YouTube, eh? If you guys don't watch this right here, I'll put this on for a second. If you guys don't watch these guys right here, Mind CTV, even if you don't believe in like the paranormal and you don't believe in any of that stuff, or you don't get scared easily, I know there's plenty of people who say that type of stuff, but if you've never seen Mind CTV, I recommend watching. Let me see if I can find one of their channels, like just one of their. I know we're taking away from trading here, but there's one of their. I've pretty much seen all of their videos. They come out in seasons. My buddies and I will just get super hammered and we'll watch them together. This one right here is crazy. The Snow Ghost one, the elementary school. Really, any of these videos, you can go to any of these ones. What I recommend is watching ones where they do this thing called the blind spirit box test or something like that. And if you don't believe in it, there's some stuff that happens in the show. You're like, what the heck is going on? But there's one where they're in this prison. Since we're in this trade, I'll just talk to you guys. Might as well, right? Because we've been talking about trading all day. But there's one where they're in this prison and they start, they all hear the noises and everything. And you're like, okay, well, this is just like every other show you've seen or every other paranormal activity. But then you see that they have this, like, I don't know what it's called. It's probably to see ghosts or something like that. But it's all these green
what's it called? It's like a green checker screen in the back. It kind of has the lines. It's like LED lights, whatever. And then they put a blindfold on, and they have this thing called, I forget what it's called. It's like some type of test where it reverses radio frequencies, so and that's how you're able to hear, the other world. That's what they say, is if you reverse radio frequencies, you can, since you're reversing it, the frequency, it's going, I don't know. There's some type of science to it. I don't know it. There's this box, and all it sounds like is just, imagine, like where radio frequencies is just static. Imagine that, but it's backwards, and you can hear like small words in between. It's pretty crazy. But then he blindfolds himself, and he handcuffed himself to a chair, and then all of his buddies left and went to go explore around, and he's talking to this ghost in there. It's crazy. And I recommend watching it if you guys haven't seen it. It's pretty funny. It's pretty entertaining. Just because there's also one where this big dude gets dragged like 20 feet. All right, so we're on 3 contracts now. Now, this was the test of the RDA, which I originally thought. Now, if this is an overshoot, I don't know if I can really stay for that long. So we'd like to make this move down to go back to momentum. But I mean, our scan was pretty good. Our basis is kind of right above the M9, which isn't too bad. It's not really the best entry. I'd rather have it at the RDA, but I wanted to participate lower. And you kind of have to decide either you want to participate lower or you want to scale in correctly and have your best entry. And I kind of messed that up, so might be looking at some loss here. Let's try breathe. We're still at that first deviation. We're still short on every other. Oh, I guess chart 4 just changed over. Or it's trying to. I don't like that I should restart just up here because my basis is already not that good, but don't want to take this $40 loss, so we'll see if it moves down some ticks. If it doesn't, then we'll just get out. Yeah, looks like it's just going to take me out. Bam. Oh my god, it's one tick away from me. Maybe I should try to breathe a little bit. I don't know if I should. This person take me out for even more. I should have just got out there. I don't think this is an overshoot. Oh, maybe it is. Never had a doubt in my mind for a second. I guess that's okay. What time frames do you usually trade? Do you trade usually? So, sorry, I don't know how long ago that comp was. 15. Okay. I usually trade. The 5-minute chart is always a good chart to have up because you can see what's happening every 5 minutes and see what price is doing between those times. And then obviously all those will make up in the hour. But I try to, the 5-minute chart, the hourly chart are kind of my go-tos. I prefer the 30-minute chart. Like I've said before, I like to use the 30-minute chart for like my 6th chart. It's kind of my in-between chart. It gives me good indications of what the hourly chart is doing, in the half-hour marks. But it really shows me more than I can explain, I guess. But I prefer the 30-minute chart. And that's like my favorite one. That's the one I first started trading on. That's the first one my uncle showed me on TradingView was 30-minute chart. And so all I did was look at 30-minute chart because I didn't know you could look at other time frames. So I got really used to looking at that. And from there, I've always looked at the 30-minute. But they say the golden time frame is the hour, or the hourly time frame is the golden time frame. I believe that statement for sure. Let's see. Oh, great job, skills. Profit today, baby. Good stuff. Take those. Yeah, for those of you who are not in Discord already, I recommend, might as well join. Coming out if you're interested in trading, then why not join a trading group that the whole entire conversation of it is trading? That's really no better way to put it. I kind of want to restart here, so I think I might just get out because I feel like this is going against me. So we'll take that $47 loss. Put us at 142. 142 loss. Yeah, you see that max drawdown from this morning really hurt me. Okay, so we have to play smart here because our kind of tanked the P&L a little bit. It looks like chart 4 is starting to change over, possibly a test for the RDA. And this would be the, I don't even know, I guess the second test for the short side. First test kind of held. Second test tried. Now, if I see any type of short confirmation here, I'll be going for the short side. Actually, I mean, reaction here at the daily low could be a thing, but I already did react here, so we'll see. I just don't like when price is so far from the RDA, because then I tend to think like, it's so far. How are you supposed to know? Could have been much more profit, but well, you never stop learning. Yeah, for sure, brother. Skills knows what I'm talking about. And you're improving every day, brother. Just so you know, every day you're looking at P&L, becoming profitable, and you're trading better and better. It seems like you're starting to get more confidence and conviction with your trades, and especially adapting the system well. You're kind of the ones who kind of first came in, and you were hitting it hard from the very beginning, though. I expected you to do well. Starting to see possibly the reaction in the chart 1 on momentum. Now, what I might do is I might use this momentum and possibly trade down to the low. But, I mean, that test could, on chart 3, could technically be that low test. And technically, it's like 6 ticks away. But I don't know. I want to sell this move up here badly. I feel like this could be a good sell just because of the reaction right after that. Yeah, we'll get in here. I want to get in at the peak. If this is the peak, if not, then we'll know. Let price. I'm really going to give some price some room here. Technically, I'm fading on chart 2, but the other charts, this is not a fade move. And the reason why I entered this trade is just on momentum here. I guess I can move this up a little bit. If we see a reaction, I'd like to catch the top of this reaction for the short side. But if this is not the reaction, if it moves up further, yeah, it looks like this is just a move up. Yeah, it's starting to get spiky. Might be on the wrong side of this trade as well. But we're expecting that test, So we're just going to let this trade breathe with us. Try to make my basis a little higher. No, it looks like the buying side is starting to step up. So I might just be looking long here. Switching mindsets. Oh, sell side is kind of stepping up too. No. Buy side is strong here. It's just rejecting the hell out of it. Price can't even move down. Damn, is it really going to raise here? Maybe this is the test the RDA. No, actually, I'm gonna kind of trust this trade a little. I should have scaled it up higher. I just have to restart. That was not the reaction area, I don't think. I think this reaction is at chart 4's momentum. Possibly the chart 4's RDA. The best thing for me to do here is just get out, restart before price moves up even further. You hate to feel it, but it's the best choice, and I don't like doing that. So we're gonna kind of try to punish the market here. I just said I'm not going short, but I don't know because I feel like this RDA test is gonna be a reaction. It might reject here. We have seen overshoots, and from what chart 2 showing me, I mean it's pretty strong on the buy side. So maybe we'll join this bid. It's a lot of contracts. This one's not gonna pick me up, bruh. I'll let price come down to test possibly momentum. If this goes up, I'm going in at 2. Yeah, it's fine. I'll let it pick me up rather than join. It's gonna pick me up right now. Sorry, I'm being I'm trying to wait to see if it's not gonna pick me up. No, I might have just caught this top. I always tend to chase the trades towards the end, but I'm kind of saying this just because I believe in this momentum check on chart 1 and chart 4. That's those are both my controls. Chart 1 is really my control. I'm believing in that chart 1 test for momentum. Not really too worried about chart 2 just because of it's going to continue to test the momentum indicators as it moves up to confirm its move. But if we start to see any type of move down, this is where we might want to just slightly be scalping. It could be just going up and down. Feels like that was a momentum test. We'll just see what pans out here. We're at a pretty good entry. If it moves up, not really. I don't know what I'm talking about entries for. My entry's not very good. I'm buying in on these and kind of not really scaling in. Not much of a start over if you keep getting short at the next levels. Yeah. No short until 0.80 for me. Yeah, that's true. That's why I'm not going short anymore. You saw the decision making there. Inside my brain is just that's why I was talking about it earlier. Is you have to be able to switch, in between. Yeah, see, like this would have continued to go against me. He said 0.80 is his level. Oh yeah, so he's thinking same thing. He's thinking at momentum it rejects there, which I mean that's highly probable. I mean the last time momentum was tested from that high, it was also rejected. We see this momentum test, impulse down, momentum test, impulse down, momentum test, huge impulse, exhaustion move. Now we're at the next one. This could be the exact same thing. We know the test right into the rejection. Put our stop losses in here. Put those up. See how we're balling. Only thing I thought might react here is just because of chart 4, it's all momentum. And the last test momentum went down. So that's the only reason why I'm worried about this trade here alongside. But if it breaks, then it continues to go. But it continues to go to RDA as well. See what trends out. I'm hoping for 97. I believe that might be it because that is the daily. I might want to test it one more time before, it's heading towards the close of the market. So it's kind of picking the target and making its way there. Starting to range out right here. If you cut that bottom, probably a high level trader. This is like a test of momentum before it moves up. Just like on chart 1. Retesting. This will be a good place to get a little heavier and also change my basis. So getting out one more. Not really the best entry. We're just really participating here, but I'm heavier in the participation trade. Excuse me. Kind of see what happens. I should pull this profit, restart, maybe possibly wait at 0.80. I'm hoping for 9.7. That's kind of the goal that I'm looking for. Oh, heck yeah, dude. We had another alpha just first time posting in. Been here about a week, but I've been trading 2 years. I've gone through all the trading array, jumped on sim with 1 to 5. It's pretty eye-opening. Yeah, the 4 chart says pretty eye-opening for sure, brother. Sorry, I'm just typing in Discord real quick. Okay. It's really playing around here. But, I mean, momentum closed above on chart 1. Chart 4 might want to test its momentum. I'm not going to let that take me out. I really need to react here and go up. Not trying to take another $40 loss. This doesn't need to, but it'd be nice for it to just move up here. It's kind of my fault. I'm going too heavy on these participation trades. Just waiting for, see what happens. I should participate at 1. See what happens. Restart. Go to the next target. Oh, man. I don't want to restart again. It's $50. Better to restart now than later. Now, is this going to move short or is this going to move long? I had to get in right underneath momentum. I know I'm going to go long again, but now I'm in kind of a better position. A little bit easier to hold my trade just because if it goes underneath bias this time, I kind of keeps trying to go against me here. It's reacting on the weekly. 5.6. Totally tanked the P&L. It happens. It's not really making some good trades here. Participating badly. It's always participation trades that just tank me. Every time I scale incorrectly, make good trades, but just that damn buy button is so easy. It's so easy to hop in a trade, possibly in profit right away. It's a lot easier. But that's not how I should be trading right now. Trading smart, trading the correct areas, waiting for reactions. That's how I should be trading. It's fine. We'll probably still see the move up here. Momentum looks like it's getting close to being confirmed, at least on all the other charts. But the thing to know here is the attention of the overall market is, it's still short. Bias is still short. Just let this range out. Let's see what it wants to do. Put my stop losses really low down here. In case there's any volatility. Let this trade breathe. But my stop losses are for if any extreme comes down and take me out. Other than that, I'll just pull myself out of that trade if I'm on the wrong side of it. It's really just playing around with momentum. So this is really a no trade zone, I guess you could say, because it's all momentum or in between momentum and bias on 3 charts. So it's not like giving you any signals here to an up or down. And we have a confliction of charts, but really there's no confliction if you know what your control is. Believing in this long move. Once chart 4 kind of confirms momentum and bias for me, then I'll know if I'm on the right side of the trade. If not, I'm just going to let this trade breathe until then. Either it decides it wants, to go above or wants to go below. In 3 contracts, so we can make a good profit here if it continues to rise up. Looking for some type of big exhaustive move towards the RDA in chart 1. We might just see a reaction at the sell-off at 80. Just wait, see what goes on. So every time I close above momentum, sell side step back up. Just make sure it goes right back beneath. Yeah, so kind of as soon as you see price confirm its movement, we'll decide where to go. Correct. Sorry, I'm reading something in the Discord. Check the chart 3 and 4 and bias momentum entered around the M9 and M24 flip on chart 2. Waiting for the retest RDA after the flip to enter. It's actually a really good trade. Sorry, just responding to that. All right, stop playing around momentum. Let's just go. Let's just make that move. Big old move. Been great to catch this low. I see my original prediction was after this morning when I was talking. I don't think I was on streaming yet, but in this morning when I was talking about what was happening to the strong level by myself, I was figuring that I'd buy right as soon as it kind of hit this strong level and wait for that move up. I'm kind of glad I didn't because it didn't move that much up, but would have been a great trade if you would have, scaled in correctly all the way down to the low or possibly from this low, scaling in, waiting for that test. You'd be in a lot of profit right now. You should be sitting in it, waiting. There we go. We're starting to see it move up. Yep. Some impulse, volatility. Short side does not want to see this long move for some odd reason. Sorry, once again, I'm responding to Discord. Trying to make sure I'm responding correctly to this guy. Check the chart 3 and 4, read and bias, momentum. That's around that 9.24 flip. This guy made a great trade on 4-chart system. He used chart 1 as his control. Entered around a flip of that 9.24, or pretty much a flip of momentum on chart 2. He entered and held it to the target, his target, which I don't know what it was, but made some good profit off of it. Okay, now we're back. Holy, I'm in loss. Oh, no shot. It's coming down to take me out. Oh, no, yeah. I'm going to keep my stop losses tight here because I feel like this might be an impulse down type move. It looked like it did react at what we thought it would react at. I was supposed to pull out. What happened? Why am I in 6 contracts? Oh, I bought. I was already long. Oh, this could go bad. Okay, we're going to go over to 3. So 3. So I can't believe I bought that lower. Actually, it lowered my basis a bunch, so I guess it wasn't too bad, but now I'm deeply heavy on this thing. And this looks like it's the short side move, so probably should just pull out. But keep my stop loss here because I have to let it breathe somewhat. If I don't, then I'll be very frustrated with myself if I let the trade go against me. Should pull some of this off. Looked like the initial reaction. So now we're going to keep our stop losses pretty tight. Pretty much where that level was tested for all this overshoot. Kind of keep stop losses there. Dang, come back and you find yourself They're non-profit anymore. Sad day, brother. Actually, it was pretty nice that I entered in there because it lowered my basis, but like I said, that was an accident. Worked out for the better. It could have been very bad if it would have continued to rip down there. I am Batman. I'm going to keep that on the stream, so everyone can see that this man is Batman. He's vengeance. All right, well, let's see how this trade plays out. We're in 6 contracts. Looks like it's reacting again. The daily low. Daily low's playing a pretty good factor today. Two big reactions right off of it. Yeah, it looks like the short side is getting rejected. It's trying to test that low side. Looks like it can't get there. Hourly candle closing 15 minutes should give us a good indication for the next hour of the market, really where we're going to go. Kind of what gets stated here. Getting some big money now. Hold on now. We should move our. I want to let this trade breathe as much as possible because we want to make that profit back, baby. So we're gonna go in at ones just so I can pull profit one by one. And if I start to see any really exhaustive move towards the short side, I'm just gonna get out, pull the profits, take all of them. So I'm not trying to get taken out. I'm really just waiting here. We need to see if it's playing on momentum on both charts. So kind of keeping stop losses tight, but kind of keeping them spread out in between. Because one might take you out just because it wants to retest. That's fine. Take the profit from. And the other ones might just be waiting for confirmation. So just sitting and waiting. See this guy? I am Batman. Great to hear another one of our alphas is doing so well. He's trading well. He's been trading since about a week. Already starting to adapt the system. It's great to hear. If you're looking to do the same thing, join Discord down below. Come kick it with the cool kids. Yeah, it's the first one out. It's fine. Like I said, I want these to be taken because it's going to lower my basis as well as give me profit. Okay. Now I'm going to keep my stop loss right here. Let the ones kind of be up front. If it's just going to stall here, it's just going to get annoying because I want to see it rip. If it doesn't rip, we'll just have to get out. About hour 15 left in the market. 12 minutes in that candle is starting to turn green for the hourly. Kind of need to see where that closes. If it closes beneath that strong level, it's kind of going to be hard to break it. Love to see possibly the weekly high. Let's go test the weekly high in the last hour. It'll be awesome. Make some really good profits. Okay, what else we got going on here? Eventually, I want to be trading multiple tickers. My uncle said that I should just focus on the futures for now, but eventually, we're trading multiple tickers. It's happening. Keep my stop losses down here because gotta let this price kind of breathe. It's making its own decisions. It's a grown ass market. It's really playing around momentum here on pretty much every chart. Chart 1 is playing on M24. Pretty much hold this trade until it goes against me. I'm not really gonna restart. It's probably my last trade anyways. Gotta go to the gym here. Got some stuff to do today. Get some work. But I appreciate everyone kind of tuning in the stream. Seeing the P&L go up and down is probably pretty fun for you guys. Yeah, that's fine. I could take the $100 profit there. Still kind of ranging. I love to kind of trade this. Gotta be careful with how we trade this though. Want to see either a breakup momentum on one of the charts, chart 1 or chart 4. Really, that close is all that matters. Reacting again on the daily low. Maybe we'll get in. I don't know if I want to join here or if I want to actually trust this fade side. Try to get in here. Again, just quick scalp. Possibly catch this move up. Now we're at a little bit lower basis, so price is really playing around. I guess we haven't really seen anything from the long side, so I should be trading it as much because I'm really fading each long move I do. I'm fading this trade. I'm fading the market, but it's just so fun. Hi, why are you long? I'm only long here because I feel like the daily low reacts here. That previously was support, or previously was resistance. Could act now as support. Man, I mean, really look at chart 4. These strong levels are all created on chart 4 at the low. From what I'm seeing from price, it just doesn't look like price wants to move. Like that move down does not seem prominent. It looks like a lot of retesting in between momentum and bias, possibly it could still be staying short, but possibly a test of the RDA on chart 1. in chart 4 because it looks like chart 4 is purely reacting between the indicators of momentum and bias. So that's why I'm long. Also, I mean, the long side was rejected, or the short side looks like it's getting rejected. But so is the buy side. I'm being pretty biased here, if you know what I'm saying. It's a good pun. But that's the only reason why I'm long. I could be on the wrong side of this trade. I think I am. But just let it play out. See what goes on. Chart 4 is, I don't know. I'm just trusting chart 4 is my control. I believe in a retest here of one of the RDAs. So one of them's going to give it to me. Put it right underneath there. My bias is short on NQ. I think we roll over. Yeah. I mean, that's a pretty good prediction. NQ is probably, let's take a look. It's the hourly chart. Yeah. I mean, NQ is pretty much showing the same thing. It's short here. It's on that first deviation. But something to look at here is, so this Fibonacci. This is the hourly. So inside of this hourly, this is probably one candle on the 4 hours. So these levels in between are kind of stating where price is reacting at. I mean, inside of this one, you see prices reacting inside of here, then it reacts inside of here at the 50%, continue to go long. Now we're above the setting 5% line, which Michael says is the good indication that is the long move. So that's what I'm hoping for, but it looks like that candle closed underneath momentum. I don't know if it recaptures here. Good. Not the highest probability. That's the only reason I'm trading this, just because I see I'm seeing a lot of rejection from the short side. Even though the short side's stepping up, on every level, that probably is a short move. Even when momentum was closed there. But I don't know. Chart 1's just kind of showing me that it doesn't want to close there, and it's reacting right off that daily low. The daily open low. Looking good so far. I mean, we're really just making no moves here. It's just looking at chart 2. It probably is short. I'm just scalping this little long move, possibly to the RDA. And I would move my stop loss up and into profit, but like you can see what price, it's just moving up and down. Really not deciding, staying in between this. But I mean, this is pretty much a range that we're trading right here. No real extreme. Inside of several indicators. No real conclusion to what your thesis or prediction could be. In 2 contracts, feeling good. Is this a fade or a momentum trade? So, I mean, this is technically a fade trade, but I'm fade trading with the intent of momentum. Yeah, look at this. Sweet, starting to move up. Put our stop loss in profit, but the only reason this is would be momentum trade is because on chart 1. But like I said, I expected this reaction here at the daily low again, because once this rejection happened here at the daily low, it kind of gave you a strong signal that this was a pretty important key level for today. This level alone has played for at least for the last hours or so of the market, played a pretty prominent part. because I mean the reaction here to the move to that short move, reaction here to the long side, rejection again for a long move. So that's why I made chart on my control, and it looks like it's faring out for me so far for at least this small scale, but it's breaking these previous strong levels. The next target could be the RDA. Really the chart 4 has to close above the RDA for the next RDA to be in target, because that daily open is right on the RDA for the 5 minute. So I technically faded this move, but this is a fade. Whenever I fade, I get in trouble. So it's sadly. But I mean, when it went for me, I'm pretty much trusting inside of the RDA test. That's kind of my target. RDA test with the daily open, which is going to be at 96, roughly, like 93 to 96. And that's what we're hoping for. So if it doesn't move there, I mean, it probably might just react in between these momentum and bias until the close, or it might just pick a target head there. But we're in profit, so it doesn't matter. It was a fade trade, but it seemed highly probable. I mean, this just looks like a highly probable reaction zone. And I mean, previous strong level. The strong level created right underneath where the basis is at. That's kind of cool. In 2 contracts, 70. No, the quality is not as good. We're going to try to keep these. Still giving this trade some room to breathe. Want to pull as much profit really as we can here off these 2. Letting these runners fly. Last hour of the market. Feeling frisky. Yeah, we're starting to see volatility now. So maybe moving stop losses up just a little bit tighter would be smart. Need to see the buy side step up here. Yep, momentum closed above chart 1's momentum. Probably wants to retest to confirm that that is the move. We see that right now on chart 2. We're also in between the RDA and momentum on chart 4. So something to look at here is, this either is the reaction to the sell-off, or this is the initial move. This is like the initial move of the RDA. I mean, look at chart 1. It's pretty much like a straight shoot to the RDA. Looks like it bounced right off the daily open low to just hit the RDA and possibly the weekly open, and see what move it wants to make from there, because that'll probably happen here and eventually if it hits that. And then from there, it really decides where price wants to go, because that'll be the first kind of changeover of the market since this morning. Hasn't been long really since, at least on chart 1 and chart 3. It's really just sticking around 70. I don't even like that number. Let's get it to some 120, 110. Oh, I'm tired, man. All right, gentlemen, I believe I'm going to pull out of this trade. And that is, so, pretty much ending the day, $246 in loss, $183 drawdown. It's It's a pretty big drawdown. I shouldn't let it get that far. Also held that losing trade for 17 minutes. So, I should not be in that trade for that long. Average losing trade time is 7 minutes. So I need to get that down shorter because better to restart, have that loss than because I guarantee if I would have restarted these losses, it wouldn't be this much loss down. And it's just, for me, I think it's hard to decide when that trade is finally going against you because letting it breathe and letting the trade go against you further are two completely different things, but are the same thing. Because if you don't let the trade breathe, then you can't just let it. You can't trust your prediction and letting it go to the price target you're letting it go to, or that you're predicting it to go to. But if you're also letting it breathe too much, you're just letting yourself go into more loss as the trade is not going to where you want it to go. So that's why I go back through these and look at this, because 17 minutes on a losing trade, that should not be happening. You should really only have long on the winning trades, unless you're letting the trade play out for a long time. Then I understand that. Like, I just let a trade play out for like 20 minutes. So we ended the day at $141. $50 fees or $60 fees, not too bad. A little more contracts than I wanted today. Obviously a lot more loss than I wanted today. First trade was really bad. It was about 90. So about like 170 or something trades from there were pretty bad. 160 or so, which isn't too bad. But starting about 141. Hope everyone else traded pretty good today. It's a good Wednesday. Okay, you should have went momentum. Wait, me? Sorry, I was asking Conroy. So, okay, you should have went momentum. I mean, that fade trade put me up about $70, even though it was a fade trade. But it felt good. It felt good to fade the market. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be getting off here. I appreciate everyone tuning in, and watching the stream. If you have any questions or concerns, let us know in the Discord. I'll pretty much be streaming, like I said, either almost every day or every other day. I trade a lot better when I don't stream. It's just the fact of it. It's because I can be patient and wait more, and I can switch. But appreciate everyone tuning in, and I'll be streaming again tomorrow for the Friday sesh. That'll be fun. See what news we got going on. And I think we're doing poker either Saturday or Sunday. But we'll see. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Have a great rest of your day. Good job trading. And if you lead out.